Thinking of buying a used car in 2026? Be careful. More people are getting scammed today than ever before. We're talking about cars with hidden damage, fake mileage, and even cloned VANG numbers. Yes, that's real. Scammers have become smarter, using AI-generated listings, digital manipulation, and even deepfake dealership profiles that look 100% legitimate. And the crazy part, most victims don't even realize they've been tricked until it is too late, until that shiny bargain car suddenly turns into a financial nightmare. It is a wild time to be shopping for a car, and an even wilder time to get fooled. But here's the good news. With the right approach, you can beat the scammers at their own game. Today, we re-dive in deep into how to buy the best used car in 2026 without getting tricked, overcharged, or scammed. Welcome back to Wealthflow Studio, where we simplify money, investing, and smart decisions that protect your wallet and grow your financial confidence. Buying a car, especially a used one, isn't just about transportation anymore. It's one of the biggest personal finance decisions people make, right up there with buying a home or choosing an insurance plan. The difference is, car buying happens more often, and mistakes here can cost thousands of dollars or months of frustration. In today's market, used cars aren't used second-hand purchases. They're financial investments in mobility. The right car can save you money, bring reliability, and hold value. But the wrong one, it can drain your savings, wreck your credit, and test your patience. So, over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through everything you need to know, from researching listings to inspecting cars, avoiding financial traps, and understanding modern scams that look shockingly real. Because in 2026, the car market has changed, and you deserve to buy smart, not scared. Let's start with the big picture. The used car market in 2026 is hotter than ever. Prices have risen nearly 30% since 2020, driven by a mix of inflation, EV demand, and lingering chip shortages that still affect new car production. Remember back in 2020, when the pandemic threw everything into chaos? Factories shut down, semiconductor supplies dried up, and new cars became scarce. People started turning to used vehicles, and that demand never fully went away. Even now, as new car production rebounds, consumers across the US, the UK, and Canada still prefer used vehicles for one simple reason: affordability. The average new car loan in 2026 sits around $40,000 to $45,000. With higher interest rates than ever before, monthly payments can stretch into the $800 $1,000 range, a serious strain for the average household budget. For many families, that's just not sustainable. So, naturally, the used car market exploded. It became the more logical choice for budget-conscious buyers. People who still wanted a dependable car but couldn't justify dealership prices. But here's the twist. As more people moved toward used cars, scammers followed. They adapted, they upgraded their game. Gone are the days of obvious too good to be true Craigslist ads with blurry photos and broken English. Now, the scams are professional. The listings are AI polished, complete with detailed descriptions, authentic-looking photos, and even virtual dealership websites that look real enough to fool anyone. In fact, according to Consumer Watchdog reports, online vehicle scams have doubled since 2023, with losses reaching hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Let that sink in. People aren't losing small deposits. They're wiring full payments for cars that don't even exist. And it's not just fake listings. Some scams involve VANG cloning, where criminals copy the vehicle identification number from a legitimate car and attach it to a stolen or damaged one. Others involve fake vehicle history reports, designed to hide accidents, flood damage, or odometer rollbacks. The entire ecosystem of deception has evolved, blending technology, psychology, and timing. I remember reading a story earlier this year about a buyer from Ohio who thought he was getting a great deal on a 2021 Honda Accord. The seller had perfect reviews, sent professional inspection photos, and even used a legitimate-looking escrow site. Everything seemed normal until the car never arrived. The site vanished, the contact number was disconnected, and the dealer disappeared overnight. The buyer lost $15,000, gone forever. Now, you might think that would never happen to me. But here's the thing. These scams prey on logic. They create urgency and trust at the same time. And unless you know what to look for, anyone can fall for them. That's why understanding how to approach a used car purchase like an investigator, not a shopper, is the smartest financial move you can make, setting the tone for the main lesson. Buying used in 2026 isn't just about finding a deal. It's about knowing how to separate fact from fiction, how to recognize patterns, red flags, and truth behind the sale. Think of it like this. If you're going to invest in a stock, you check the company's fundamentals, read reviews, and maybe even listen to what experts say. The same logic applies here. You reinvesting in an asset that depreciates, and you want to make sure it depreciates on your terms, not because someone tricked you. And trust me, I've seen people save thousands just by doing 5 minutes of research that others skipped. So the next part, we're breaking it all down, from understanding what you're actually buying, to inspecting like a pro, to steering clear of financial traps that ruin car deals every day. Whether you're in Los Angeles, London, or Toronto, these rules apply universally, because at the end of the day, smart car buying isn't about luck or timing. It's about awareness, verification, and confidence. And that's exactly what we're going to build next. Know what you're buying. Let us start with the first and most important step, knowing exactly what you're rebuying. You'd be surprised how many people skip this part. They see a shiny listing online, get emotionally attached to the idea of owning that car, and before they know it, they're signing papers or sending deposits without truly understanding what they're getting into. But buying a used car isn't about emotions. It's about information. The first thing you need to do is research market prices. Don't rely on one source. Use platforms like Kelley Blue Book if you're in the US, or AutoTrader if you're in the UK or Canada. These tools give you a baseline, a real idea of what your desired car is worth, depending on mileage, condition, and model year. If a car is listed thousands below that price, that's not luck, it's a red flag. Now, I get it, everyone loves a deal. But in 2026, scammers have learned that the easiest way to lure people in is by offering a car just cheap enough to seem too good to pass up, but not cheap enough to raise immediate suspicion. For example, if a 2022 Toyota RAV4 usually sells for $26,000, and someone listed for $18,000 with low mileage, perfect condition, that's not a blessing, that's bait. Always remember this. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Next, verify the VIN, the vehicle identification number. It's the car's fingerprint, the one piece of information that connects every official record about that vehicle. Accidents, maintenance, title changes, ownership transfers. You can use Carfax or AutoCheck to get an official report. But here, as a key update for 2026, AI manipulation of VIN data is becoming more common. Fraudsters sometimes upload fake reports or use cloned VINs from legitimate cars. So, double-check the number on the car itself. Look at the dashboard, the driver's side door frame, and the engine block. They all should match the paperwork. If they don't match perfectly, walk away immediately. Also, new tools like CarVertical and other AI-based verification apps can scan vehicle data globally and alert you if something doesn't add up, like odometer rollbacks or inconsistent history. These apps cost a few dollars, but the peace of mind is priceless. And don't skip reviews or community feedback. Join Facebook groups, Reddit threads, or local car forums where people discuss recent scams or shady dealerships. Sometimes one quick post like, "Hey, has anyone heard of this seller?" can save you from a $10,000 mistake. Knowing what you're buying is about being curious. Ask questions, verify answers, and never, ever rush. Because every scam relies on one thing: your sense of urgency. Section 2. Inspect like a pro, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Once you've verified the basics, it's time to see the car in person. Here is the golden rule. Never buy a car you haven't seen with your own eyes. Photos can lie. And these days, they can lie better than ever. With AI editing, scammers can clean up dents, remove rust, and even replace backgrounds to make an old car look like it is sitting in a luxury showroom. So when you meet the seller, make sure it's in daylight, never in the evening or indoors with dim lighting. You want to see everything clearly. The paint, the body, the reflections. Start your inspection slowly. Walk around the car and look for inconsistent paint tones. A slightly different shade on the door panel might mean it was replaced or repaired after an accident. Check for rust around the wheel wells and under the doors. These are often the first spots where older cars start to degrade. Then, look closely at panel gaps, the small spaces between the hood, doors, and trunk. If they're uneven, that can signal previous collision damage or poor repairs. Inside the car, pay attention to details that reveal true wear and tear. The pedals, steering wheel, gear shifter, and driver's seat tell you the car's real story. If a car supposedly has 30,000 miles, but the steering wheel looks smooth and shiny from use, something's not right. The smell inside the car can also reveal a lot. A strong air freshener might be masking something like mold or flood damage. Next, check the dashboard lights. When you start the car, all the warning lights should briefly illuminate. 10 turn off. If some don't appear at all, the bulb might have been removed to hide an issue. Now, if you're not mechanically savvy, that's totally fine. This is where a pre-purchased inspection PPI comes in. It's one of the smartest investments you can make. Hire a mechanic or use a trusted inspection service. For around $100, $150, a certified mechanic can find issues that would cost you thousands to fix later hidden oil leaks, transmission problems, or signs of flood damage. I remember a story from a viewer in Vancouver who shared how a quick PPI saved him nearly $4,000. The car looked perfect. The test drive went fine, but the mechanic found signs of frame damage from a previous accident. Stella forgot to mention that it walked Hawaii, and that $150 inspection probably saved him months of headaches. And here's another tip. Record the test drive on your phone. It's not just for memory, it's for evidence. If something feels off, or the seller changes the story later, you'll have proof. Inspecting like a pro isn't about knowing everything, it's about not assuming anything. Avoid financial traps. Let's talk about where most buyers lose money. The financial side. Scammers know that car buying is emotional. They play on excitement and urgency. So, the moment you feel pressured, step back. Because the truth is, real deals don't need rushing. The first rule, never pay before you've seen the car and verified ownership. It sounds simple, but thousands of people still make this mistake every year. Tayhet told someone else is interested. If you wire a small deposit, I'll hold it for you. Then, poof, the seller disappears. Avoid wire transfers, Venmo, or PayPal friends and family for car payments. If you must pay digitally, use secure methods like PayPal Goods and Services, which offers buyer protection. Even better, do the transaction through your bank with verified IDs and signed receipts, then confirm the title status. Ask to see the title in person. Make sure the seller's name matches their ID. The title should be clean, no salvage, rebuild, or lien. If it says salvage, it means the car was previously declared a total loss by an insurance company. Even if it looks fine now, its value and safety are compromised. If the seller says, the title is coming in the mail, or it's under my cousin's name, walk away. That's not how legitimate sales work. Next, research average resale values. Knowing this helps you negotiate with confidence. Use tools like Edmunds, AutoTrader, or KBB to compare pricing in your region, and never fall for today-only deals or emotional persuasion like, I need to sell fast because I'm moving. That line is so overused it's practically a scam signature. If you sense pressure, slow down. Scammers rely on making you feel like hesitation equals loss. But in reality, hesitation equals safety. Here's a practical negotiation tip. Before you even meet the seller, set your maximum budget. If the car is listed for $15,000, but your budget is $13,500, decide that number before talking. That way, emotion won't sway you. And if the seller throws in extras, like free warranty or complimentary service, be skeptical. Those offers often hide added fees later or are completely worthless. One viewer from Chicago shared how a small dealership tried adding a processing fee of $1,200 after he agreed on a price. A walk to why, then later found the same car elsewhere for the agreed amount. His lesson, always read every document before signing. A real car sale doesn't happen in one text or one handshake. It's a process, and you have the right to take your time. Financing and warranties. Now, let's say you found the perfect car, verified, inspected, and fairly priced. The next step is how you pay for it. If you're financing, remember, used car loan rates are usually higher than new car rates. In 2026, average used car APRs hover between 7% and 10%, depending on your credit. Here's where most people make a mistake. They let the dealer arrange financing. Sounds convenient, but dealers often add a markup on the interest rate for profit. Always check loan offers from your credit union or online lenders before visiting the dealer. Sometimes you can pre-qualify online with no credit hit, and that pre-approval gives you negotiating power. If a dealer can beat your rate, great, but at least you'll know the baseline. Now, about warranties. This one's tricky. Extended warranties sound like a safety net, but many sold by private sellers or unknown third parties are essentially useless. You might pay $2,000 for coverage that doesn't actually protect the things that break most often. Instead, check whether the car still has manufacturer warranty coverage left. Some brands, like Hyundai or Kia, offer warranties that transfer to new owners. If you really want extended coverage, buy it directly from a reputable source, not from a random seller or pop-up site. And here as a bonus tip, some insurance companies offer free or discounted vehicle history reports for customers. That's an easy way to verify information without paying extra. When you finance or insure a car, remember the goal isn't just approval, it's affordability and protection. Don't let the excitement of owning a car blind you to the long-term cost of maintaining it. Buy and use can be a smart move, but only if every piece from verification to financing aligns with your long-term financial health. So what does all this mean in 2026? Buying used isn't just about saving money anymore. It is about surviving in a world where trust has become a rare commodity. We live in a time where technology gives us convenience, but also creates new traps. Scammers no longer stand on street corners. They hide behind glossy websites and AI-generated ads that feel just as real as any dealership listing. That is why financial awareness today isn't just about knowing your credit score or budgeting wisely. It's about knowing how to verify the truth. Think about it. A car is one of the few purchases that directly affects your safety, your finances, and your daily life. Yet, it's also one of the easiest places to make a rushed decision. People get caught up in emotion, the excitement of owning something new, the satisfaction of a great deal, or the pressure of a time-limited offer. But when you slow down, double-check, and verify every detail, you're not just protecting your wallet, you're reclaiming control in a system designed to make you rush. And that's the real key, because scams thrive on speed, but smart decisions thrive on patience. You don't have to be an expert mechanic or financial analyst to buy a car wisely. You just need to be a step ahead of the game, the kind of person who asks the extra question, who reads the fine print, who notices when something doesn't quite add up. In the end, smart buying is about it's saying, my money, my time, my safety, they all matter. And in a world where everything's becoming digital, that kind of mindset is more powerful than ever. Let's take a moment to talk about what car buying really represents. For most people, a car isn't just transportation. It's freedom. It est that first major milestone after getting your first real job or the thing that helps you build a better life. Getting to work, taking your kids to school, visiting family, or going on weekend trips that remind you what all the hard work is for. But the sad reality is, the dream can turn sour fast when someone takes advantage of your trust. There is that deep emotional sting in realizing that the car you worked months to afford was part of someone else's scam. It's not just about the money, it's about betrayal. And that's why knowledge matters. When you learn how to protect yourself, you're not just avoiding scams, you're keeping that sense of pride intact. You're proving to yourself that you can navigate a complex system with confidence and intelligence. I remember a message from a viewer who said, "I watched one of your videos before buying my car. I ended up walking away from a shady deal, even though it looked perfect." A week later, the same car popped up again. Same photos, same seller name, different city. That's what I mean by awareness. It doesn't just save money. it saves peace of mind. Because when you buy smart, you don't just drive away with a car, you drive away with control. If you've been following Wealthflow Studio for a while, you know that every topic we cover, whether it's budgeting, investing, or insurance, comes down to one principle. Financial literacy is freedom. Buying a car is no different. It's a real-world test of how you handle money, emotions, and decision-making under pressure. It teaches you negotiation, research, patience, and perhaps most importantly, it teaches you to value the process as much as the product. When you think about it, every scam avoided, every smart question asked, every dollar saved, it's all part of a bigger journey. You're building habits that apply everywhere else in life. When buying a house, choosing a job, or even evaluating a financial advisor, car buying might seem like a small chapter, but it's actually a crash course in modern finance. You learn about market dynamics, risk management, data verification, and human behavior, all in one experience. And if you can master that process, you're already ahead of most people. Because real financial success doesn't come from luck. It comes from awareness, from slowing down in a fast world, from being just skeptical enough to stay safe, but confident enough to take action. That's what this video, and honestly, this entire channel, is about. Let's also talk about where the used car market is heading, because the story doesn't stop here. As electric vehicles continue to dominate new sales, we're seeing a surge of second-hand EVs entering the used market. And that brings a whole new layer of challenges. Battery degradation, hidden charging issues, and falsified range reports are becoming the new form of odometer fraud. It is no longer just about checking engine oil or tire, where now you need to know how to read battery health reports, verify charging cycles, and ensure software updates are legitimate. And of course, AI has made both sides of the market evolve. Tools that detect scams have gotten smarter, but so have the scams themselves. In 2026, AI can generate entire vehicle listings, fake car reviews, and even pre-recorded video calls from supposed sellers who look real but aren't. That's why the mindset of verification, patience, and curiosity isn't optional anymore. It's survival. If you adapt to these changes now, you'll always be one step ahead. Because technology may evolve, but human psychology stays the same. Scammers will always prey on trust, and smart buyers will always protect it. At its core, this isn't just a guide about buying cars. It's about how you approach life's financial choices. Every time you slow down and ask, does this make sense? You're training your financial instincts. You're rewiring your brain to value facts over feelings, patience over panic. That mindset doesn't just save you from bad deals. It sets you up for long-term success. Because once you realize that protecting your money is an act of self-respect, you start applying that discipline everywhere. With your savings, your investments, your relationships, you vend your time. You stop chasing fast and start building smart. And that, my friend, is how ordinary people become financially unshakable. Not by being lucky, but by being aware. So next time you see a car deal that looks perfect, take a breath. Check the details. Ask questions. Verify the story. Because that small pause, that one moment of awareness, might save you thousands of dollars and a whole lot of regret. So, before you sign that deal or send that payment, remember, a little research today can save you thousands tomorrow. Buying a used car doesn't have to be stressful. It can actually be empowering when you know what you're doing. You deserve to drive away with confidence, not worry. And when you approach it with patience, knowledge, and awareness, you turn one of the most common money traps into one of the smartest financial moves you will ever make. Protect your money. Stay curious. Stay smart. And drive away knowing that you didn't just buy a car. You made a financial decision that reflects who you are. Responsible, aware, and in control. If this video helped you spot the red flags or feel more confident about your next car purchase, do me a favor, hit that like button, share it with someone who's currently shopping for a car, and subscribe to Wealthflow Studio for more weekly financial wisdom. Every week, we break down real-world money topics that matter. Saving, investing, side hustles, and everything that helps you take control of your financial life. And remember, in the world of finance, It's not about how much you make. It's about how wisely you manage what you have. This is Wealth Flow Studio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.